Mic check. Mic check. Testing. Microphone test. First the news. Testing. This had to have been quite a horrific scene. That's Benin, Africa, so that's Benin City. I don't think I'm not looking for fire or evidence of fire. Just read the article and need to look at the city now. Much of Africa reported on fire. There's also some areas in Brazil, the states of Rondônia, Piauí, and Maranhão. All Brazil states experiencing terrible fires right now. Let's start in the Rondônia. Doesn't take long. New fires. This is Rondônia, Brazil, state of Rondônia. This is a pretty large fire at 38 kilometers. It is pretty significant, and it's also running along a river. Has been a growing theme in these fires we've been seeing lately. This is a substantial fire. Very substantial fire. It's burning on different fronts. You can tell which way the wind is whipping it. And you see smaller fires that look to be burning on the perimeter of this large burn. It looked like it jumped. Do not see any damage to the fields nearby. Well, we don't know what caused this fire, but nobody tends to make fire this large. They're just trying to burn out a field, which is a bad old practice. Fire is massive. Very, very shocking to hear such good news out of Brazil when it comes to protecting native and indigenous land. Also protecting their rights. Have a mining consortium move in and can't do anything. They try to legally go through methods protecting their land, which didn't work. Do not know, these are probably drilling, mining operations. Big mining tailing dam. All of it's smashed down. Huge fire. Be any number of reasons why there's a fire of this size. Another fire that's even larger than this fire. Dozens of incidents worth of flame. And it just skips over the river. And it has burned even further along the Brazil 10 in Rondônia. This like significant burn, just turning everything to ash and dust as this slowly burns its way west. It doesn't mean that it's burning up or northwest, it could be burning west sideways, going out like a corkscrew as the wind whips it around. Find new places to put itself in and drive it further away. I don't think this area has been burned before, but I do see smoke. Unmistakable smoke. Not really a stretch considering the amount of smoke that's being put out due to these large fires in the Rondônia, state of Rondônia, in Brazil. It's the southeast corner of Rondônia. Several large fires that have grown over the last day. Wait for it to repopulate so I can throw up a time lapse. Here we go. 24th to the 24th. Continue. See lots of fire spreading out west. Curly fashion. Same as up here. Perimeter of this fire grows extensively over just 3 days. Fire traveled many miles in just under 48 hours. And the smoke probably a lot worse for a period of time. Now let's take a look at the fires. Still in Brazil. Tocantins. Cantus. Cantus. A syllable. Not pop. Where it's gonna let me see. Also Piaui and Mariam. Two other places I'll check for fire. It looked like there was some activity, especially Mariam. Go down to the 23rd one day. Let's see if this is a scan. Seems to be taken. Yahweh, right there. So, out of control fire. A lot has burned in the state of Piaui. Pretty big fire here. Huh. These plants, thermal plants, or are these drilling operations? Look interesting. I'd like to get on a cluster. But this is Piaui. Seems to be fires burning. Yep. So if this is some type of energy facility, which it looks like, fires burning near it is a bad sign. Load balancing, energy displacement. This thick, this billy black smoke is not what you want to see coming from possible transformers. More looks burned. Right over here, still in Piaui. Wonder if there was anything here before. It looks like everything was just burned away. Fire over here on these fields. But it's also looks like this is not the first fire. Might have been here, burned across and jumped field. Intense fire. Something down there is giving it plenty of fuel. Doesn't take long. Find another wildfire right here. Still in Piauí, Brazil, South America. This is the edges, outer perimeters of a fire that probably isn't ablaze, but still burning, smoldering. You never know how deep these fires run. Not always that they jump a field, is it? Fire can travel through roots. All kinds of reasons why it can. Wind can blow it, and some 2,000-degree ember just smashes into a pile of dry vegetation. But when it's so close to possible mining operations, smelting, especially smelting requires a lot of room to dump a lot of stuff. There are a lot of mining operations in the area. Never seems to end. So if any of those are oil wells, it's under severe fire damage risk as the fire seems to have burned a significant portion of this land already in Piaui. Still looking for. Here's another fire. All these fires, these are not small fires. Each one burns a different part of the land. Land generally isn't going to care that you're burning it as dirt. You're trying to burn what's in the dirt, but you can't. Wanna mobilize the prion disease that's in the farmland that you want to use for cheap beef. You can pour napalm over every inch of that land. That prion disease will still be there to infect those cattle, no matter how long. Cheap land for cheap beef. Not saying that's what we're seeing here, but lots of fields on fire. Concerning for their local food supply. How many crops can they possibly lose in a year? After all this land burns, it's not that they're going to use it again. These out of control burns, nobody gains from it unless it's weaponized. Weaponized against. Clearing more out. Need more space, more room. Continue forward all the way until we reach the Atlantic, mid-Atlantic. We head west, head west, head west, west. Carry. Bolivia. Oh, here's Benny. That's another terrible accident in Benny today. 34 people killed. Fuel explosion. Bolivia is too far from the state of Benny. Take a look at the 24th for Bolivia. Taking a moment to load, I apologize. Taking a moment, I apologize. Bolivia. Here is a fire. Pretty good start there. See what looks to be roads. Smoke burns. Smoke's so hot. Still more to go. Sorry, it's taking a moment to populate these scans. Matchup. 3 potent fires still exist. I don't know about the state of the Amazon. Okay. See what could be fire. Yep. That is pretty good fire. Fires are doing Manitoba, east of Flin Flon. Now when it comes to Canadian wildfires, I show this. This is all the smoke. When I keep talking about the wildfire smoke reaching Greenland, there it is. Jet stream, except it adds particulate weight and the wind needs to clear it out. So the jet stream goes south, Central Plains, and the smoke, ash stay behind in Hudson Bay to Quebec. All this smoke eventually reaches Greenland in a variety of ways. It causes glacial lake outburst flooding by having glacial retreat due to ice being covered by smoke. Little burn here next to a road, surrounded by water. Wildfire can happen anywhere. Saskatchewan, Alberta, Columbia.